Hi, everyone. Welcome to Daily Revelations. So our topic today is a little fun, but yet scary at the same time, because God sometimes asks us to do things that others might see as, well, not so good. But in obedience, he asks us to follow him and not the religious views or construed way that we tend to fit God in boxes and make up rules of what following God should look like. So Ruth is a good example of this. In Ruth 3, Naomi tells her to do something. And we find out in verse 14 that Boaz says to her, "Let it not be known that a woman came to the threshing floor." She went ahead and did something that was culturally not acceptable. Yet her mother-in-law said, "Go down to the threshing floor," this is in verse 6, "and do according to all that I've told you." So, has God ever asked you to do something that may not be taken well in the sight of others? He's done that to me too. And I wrote in my notes, following God might not always look or fit in with the confines of religion. Yes, religion is good. And we had a great discussion in my biblical theology class this morning about how religious practices, help us keep in line with biblical principles. But at times, when God asks us to be obedient, he doesn't follow a set of rules. He is God, and he may ask you to do something completely new, completely different than he's ever asked anyone else before. And I have a story to share with you about one time when I did that recently and how God rewarded it. So some of you know, some of you don't know, but I do aerial silks. So like Cirque du Soleil, I hang from the ceiling, and that is my exercise. And I had been taking a class, and the class got canceled for adults. So I had to figure out where to go. I had been working out in my garage, but really wanted to participate in the class. I felt like I really should. And so I prayed about all these different places around me that offered them. And there was this one studio, and I really did not want to go to it because they had like pole dancing and like an evening review show. Yeah, a little sketchy. And God just kept saying, "Go there." And I'm like, why? Why do I have to go there? Isn't there a better studio? Like there's a Christian studio down the way that maybe I should go to instead. And yet God kept saying, "No, this is where I want you." And so I gave in. I said, "Okay, God, you win. I'm going to go take some classes at this studio." And the first class I was at there, I met a woman who actually ends up living 6 doors down from me, who had been praying for someone to come and tutor her son in math. And now I've been tutoring him almost this whole school year in algebra. And I wouldn't have even met my neighbor if I hadn't gone to that class. It was for a season. God said, "Okay, now you got better silks in your house, and you can work out there." But could it have been seen as something that was a little sketchy? Yeah, definitely. But I trusted God. And because of that, I was able to bless a family and get to know this young man that I'm now tutoring in math and help him. And it's been a blessing in my life. And his mom, Lisa, has been a blessing to me as well. So I want you to, as you're going ahead and saying, "God, why are you asking me to do this crazy thing?" Just like Ruth, she had to follow in obedience to have a door opened that would not have been opened if she had not taken that chance. And so sometimes God does that. He works in mysterious ways. So be obedient first. And don't worry about what others are going to think about you. It's what God thinks about you that matters most. So hope that's an encouragement for you today. Thanks for watching me on Daily Revelations, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.